We're going to try another team up out here with Dr. Doom, King of Latveria. And because I don't have another Marvel deck, we're going to do Splinter Radical Rat. They're both from New York. Well, one's from Latveria, but they're both from New York. So the first boss we're going to be up against is Shredder, Foot Clan Overlord. And whenever a creature the bosses control die, the heroes lose 1 life. The heroes, or in this case, half villains, are going to start. Let's start with Dr. Doom. In our starting hand, we have Ominous Asylum, Madame Hydra, Currency Converter, Canyon Slow, Foreboding Ruins, Sinister Hideout, Death to Our Enemies, and we'll draw into Scorpion, Seething Striker. I think we're going to start with the top land, Ominous Asylum. And Splinter's starting with Yuffie, Plains, Swamp, Leonardo, Worldly Warrior, Turtles in Time, Endless Foot Assault, Plains, and we'll draw into Armageddon, Future Shark. Ew. High prices. And Splinter will start with a Plains, but we've got no 1-drops, so I guess we're going to have to pass to the boss. First card the boss will draw is a Foot Skirmisher. So it's got flying. Second card the boss will draw into is Rat King's Revolution. Each hero taps a creature they control and puts X stun counters on it, where X is the number of bosses. We have no creatures, so yay. So the Foot Skirmisher just came out and can't attack. We'll pass our turn. We're going to draw into Averted Pools. And Splinter will draw into Splinter and Leo, Father and Son. Doom has no 2-drops, so I think we're going to play Sinister Hideout. Comes into play tapped. Then we're going to tap our Ominous Asylum. And we're going to cast Currency Converter. Splinter is going to play a Swamp. And we also have no 2-drops, unfortunately. So we will pass the turn and go to the boss. Boss is going to draw into a Foot Disciple. And for the second card, the boss will pull another Foot Disciple. Now the boss can attack us with the Foot Skirmisher, and got no creatures. It's got flying anyway. It'll do 2 damage. Well, it looks like it's our turn again. So Doom will draw into the Oscorp Industries. Jeez, what is it with all these lands? And Splinter's going to draw into Splinter Vengeful Sensei. Doom is going to play a Foreboding Ruins. As it enters, we can reveal a swamp or mountain from our hand, or it becomes tapped. So we can reveal the Canyon Slow, which is a swamp and mountain, and have it untapped. Then we will tap all 3 of our lands, 1 for a red, for Death to Our Enemies. So when we cast non-creature spells, we get a tap treasure and put a plan counter on it. So for Splinter, we're going to play a Plains. I'm going to tap the Plains and 2 others and bring in Splinter and Leo, Father and Son. When it enters, we choose 1 or both. Each must target a different player. So we're going to let Doom create a 2/2 red mutant creature token. We're going to put a +1 counter on Splinter and Leo. Looks like there's nothing left for us to do except pass the turn to the boss. The boss is going to draw 2 events. We've got Villain Infiltration. As a team, the heroes choose a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. Oh, man. I just got creatures out, and we destroy it. So there goes Splinter and Leo. And then we've got Villain Scheme. We're going to shuffle this card in the boss graveyard into the library. Well, it's time for attacks. Boss is going to attack with everybody as usual. That's going to be 8 damage. I could block with the Mutant. You know what? We will block with the Mutant. So block one of the Foot Disciples, and we're only going to take 5 damage. And we're going to lose our Mutant. Well, we are in trouble. So the boss will pass the turn to us. Doom will draw into J. Jonah Jameson. And Splinter will draw into a Plains. Let's start with Splinter this time. We'll play that Plains. And we're going to tap 3 of our lands, or 3 of the 4 lands we have. And we're going to bring out Splinter, Radical Rat. We need a blocker. And Splinter's cool anyway. So if an ability of a ninja creature we control would trigger, it would trigger an additional time. And if we pay 1 in blue, target ninja can't be blocked this turn. I think we're going to play for Doom, Fetid Pools. Unfortunately, it comes into play tapped. All the lands in our hand happen to be tap ones right now, or enter tapped. But we're going to tap 3 mana, one of them being a red. And we're going to bring in J. Jonah Jameson. We have no creatures to suspect on our part, so I guess we can suspect Splinter. It's not going to help us to create treasure, but we need a blocker. So that's what he's there for. And I guess that's it for us. We'll be passing the turn to the boss. And Shredder will draw 2 event cards. So the first event is going to be Rocksteady's Beatdown. We're going to destroy all creatures with flying the heroes control. Luckily, we have none. And for the next card, it's Savanti Romero's Curse. So each hero returns X creatures they control to their owner's hands, where X is the number of bosses. So great, we just lost our creatures, and we'll be taking 8. Okay, so it's our turn. We're getting annihilated here. We got a drowned Catacomb. And Splinter's drawing... Oop, no, that's not Splinter. Splinter's drawing into a swamp. I guess we're going to play a swamp. And we will tap 3 to bring back out Splinter, Radical Rat. We don't really have too many other options right now. Well, we can play the Drowned Catacombs. It enters tapped unless we control an island or a swamp, which we do. The Fetid Pools is an island and a swamp. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to tap for 4. A black, a blue, a red, and a whatever. And we're going to cast Dr. Doom. So if we discard 1 or more land cards, each opponent loses 2 life. At the beginning of combat on our turn, target villain we control gains menace until end of turn. It connives. So let's go to combat. Dr. Doom will connive. So we'll draw into Trickster's Stratagem. And we will discard Scorpion Seething Striker. Doom gets his +1 counter. So now it's the boss's turn. And I think we're doomed. Boss is going to draw into, shuffle this card and the boss graveyard into the boss library. And Leatherhead Smackdown. As a team, the heroes choose a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. So I guess that's Doctor Doom. And we're going to destroy it. The bosses lose life equal to the creature's power. So the bosses are going to lose 4. Well, it looks like I don't have enough to block. So I can block one of the Foot Disciples, but the Foot Disciple and the Foot Skirmisher that get through will do 5 damage, and we lose the game. Boo. Well, that was kind of a quick game there. I think I'm going to try this again. So look out for part 2.